Lisa and I welcome you to my first Mommadventures. In this channel, I'll be sharing all my experiences as a mom of a baby girl. This is Agatha, but I call her Aggie, and she's currently 5 months old. Say hi, Aggie! And well, with all this being said, let's start our 5 recipes.
So we will need 1 whole apple, 1 whole pear, and 1 banana. Also, a cup of peas and carrots. In this case, I will use the frozen ones. Then we have 2 ounces breast milk, as in my case, or formula or water depending on your preferences. We will also need 6 prunes. These are the ones I usually use. And finally, a butternut squash and a sweet potato. The first one we're gonna make is the butternut squash. You must first start cutting the squash in half and then deseed it with a spoon. Now you put the squash facing down into a baking dish with 1 inch of water and place it into the oven at a temperature of 400 degrees for approximately 40 minutes to 1 hour, or until the squash is very tender and roasted. Once the squash is tender, we peel the squash skin off and place it into the blender or food processor until smooth. Once you get the desired consistency, you pour the puree into a cup or what you use as a food storage. I usually make them for the week, so I do them every weekend, but you can have them 3 days in the refrigerator or for a maximum of 3 months in the freezer. Our second puree is apple banana. We start by putting the chopped apple into a small pot and then we fill half of the pot with water. Bring to the boil and simmer for 6 to 8 minutes or until soft. Then we place the apple and banana into a blender, or you can also fork mash it. You won't need any fluids to blend because the apple has enough water in itself. So you blend it or mash it until desired consistency. Once it's ready, you put the puree into cups and freeze it or refrigerate it. Pear puree. So this is pretty much the same as the apple banana puree. You bring the pear to the boil, then you blend or fork mash, and finally you put it into cups. Peas and carrots puree. So we start by bringing the peas and carrots to the boil, and as I told you guys, I use the frozen ones, but you can always use a regular carrot. Just remember that you must steam it first. Now we put the peas and the carrots into a blender. And for this particular combination, we will add a little bit of milk because of peas are a little more difficult to blend, but you can also use water if you prefer so. Now we blend it. And so this is the consistency that I got. And now we put into cups. Our fifth recipe is prunes. As prunes are really soft, you don't really need to bring them to the boil. I usually bring them to the boil so that I can give to Aggie the prunes water. And I recommend you this if your baby has constipation, just as my baby does. So once you have cooked the prunes, you put them into a blender and you can use the same water to blend it, so that you reach a lighter consistency. And this is the consistency that you will get, which is like a jelly. The last recipe we're gonna make is the sweet potato. For this recipe, you will need a steamer. You first cut the sweet potato into pieces and then you add about 2 cups of water to the pot and steam it until soft. You can blend it or just fork mash it as I'm doing here. And then you put it in a cup. As you guys noticed, I didn't add to these recipes any salt, sugar, oil, spices, or condiments because you're not supposed to introduce spices until your baby is 8 months or older, and salt and sugar until he or she is 12 months.
And well, this is what we got at the end. Here are all the purees that we made. This is the peas and carrots. We have here the prunes, pear, squash, sweet potato, and apple, banana. And well, these were actually 6 different recipes. Thank you for watching, and if it was either helpful for you or you just happen to enjoy it, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Bye!